Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Christabel Ndeokwelu and this is Christabel by Design. On this channel, I make videos on productivity, goal setting, well-being, and how to live your life intentionally. Guys, before I get into today's video, I just want to say a very big thank you to everybody who has been watching my video, especially those who have watched every single video I've made. I do not take it for granted that you watch my videos. I'm really excited. I'm really happy that my videos resonate with you. Thank you, really. Thank you so much. You're amazing. Today we're talking about perfectionism, and I'm going to be telling you some truths that you need to hear if you're a perfectionist or you have perfectionist tendencies. Let's get into it. So perfectionism is the belief system or the desire to want to always be perfect and to believe that everything ought to be perfect all the time. And I mean, I'm a recovering perfectionist. I know. I mean, it used to be such a badge of honor to be like, oh, I'm a perfectionist. I just love things to be perfect. And I've talked a bit about perfectionism in a different video. I think that was my video on the Matthew effect. You should totally watch that video if you haven't watched it. Like, there are a lot of truth bombs in that video, so go back and watch it if you haven't watched it yet. I want to apologize a bit for what I'm going to say in this video because it's going to seem a bit harsh, but I don't mean to be harsh. I don't mean to be mean, but I just know that I need to actually tell the truth. And so I want to prepare you a bit for what you're about to hear. Yeah, I hope it's not too harsh, but if you feel it's a bit harsh, then so be it. It just needs to be said. If you're a perfectionist watching this video, stay on. If you're not a perfectionist watching this video and you know a perfectionist, send this video to that perfectionist, because from the probably like chairperson of the league of recovering perfectionists, yeah, you need to send this to my people. It seems noble, right, and actually nice to describe yourself as a perfectionist, because it gives you a sort of thrill and it gives you a sense of nobility that, oh, I'm not like everybody else. I don't do things haphazardly. I'm a perfectionist. I like to have things together, blah, 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 blah. No, you're not noble. You're just probably lazy and afraid. I said it. Don't come after me. Do not come after me. Yeah, I don't want to use the word cowardly, but yes, you oh my god, I feel like this video is a bit much, but yeah, like, to be honest and to be quite truthful, no, you're not a perfectionist. You are just afraid and probably lazy and probably like cowardly. I said it. A lot of us cloak our laziness, lack of vision, fear and disorganization, and we term ourselves perfectionists. My darling, you're not a perfectionist. You are afraid, you are lazy, you're probably a bit cowardly too. And you know what? That's totally fine. It's totally fine. That was in the past. There's always room for improvement. There is literally always room for improvement. Like, the most permanent thing in life is change. So can come out of it. And in this video, I'm going to be telling you some things that have helped me and are helping me every time that I see perfectionist tendencies beginning to kick in. I no longer glory in it and say, oh yeah, I'm a perfectionist. I just like things to be perfect, blah blah, yada yada yada. No, when I see myself getting back into that habit of like perfectionism, I kind of like snap out of it immediately, because I know that it can actually trap you, and then you spend 2 years fine-tuning an idea that has not gone out into the world. Procrastination and perfectionism, they are literally friends, because you always tell yourself, oh, I just like to be I just want to do things perfectly, and then you are procrastinating and time is going. And you know what they say about time? Time is literally the most scarce resource. Like, there are so many things you can trade, but you can never trade anything to get more time. You can trade your time for stuff, but you cannot trade anything in the world to get more time. Time is finite. Time is permanent. You can't add like 5 days to a year. And so that's why I feel like this thing about procrastination and perfectionism, it needs to like stop. I'm going to be giving you 3 very important things to keep in mind that would help you get away from your perfectionist tendencies. Number one, if you don't take action, somebody in your close circle will do it first. And you know what it's like when you're a perfectionist, right? We pride ourselves on being original. So when somebody else now does what you wanted to do, and so then you now start battling with yet another issue of, I don't want to seem like I'm the one who copied and all of that. So the price of procrastination really is the life that you could have lived. And honestly speaking, you do not want to be in that position. I've been there. You do not want to be that person who you have an idea, you really want to work on it, but somebody else has started working on it before you and has actually executed your idea, whether it's a better version, a worse version, a watered down version, but they have done something. And so you then begin to battle with the feeling of, oh, like, are people going to think I copied this person? And as a result of that, sometimes you let go of the idea and move on. And so just like that, different versions of the life that you could have had, different version of who you could have been, you keep letting go of it because of your own procrastination. And so do not be that person. Once you get an idea, start working on it immediately. There's something called the 5-second rule, and it's the rule that immediately you think about an idea, do something within 5 seconds that creates momentum towards creating that idea. So immediately you think about an idea, what can you do now as you're thinking about an idea that would immediately support you or immediately take you towards the idea that you want to create? What can you do right now? Do something right now. Do something within the next 5 seconds as you get an idea. Number 2, always concentrate on quantity over quality when you're starting out. I know that this goes against everything in you. It goes against all of your instincts. It goes against the core of who you are, especially if you're a perfectionist or you were a perfectionist. It actually goes against your nature, most likely, to concentrate on quantity over quality, but it's very important. And this is why it's important, right? When you are starting out in something, you are not going to be Picasso. You are not going to be Picasso when you are starting out. You are not going to become, if you're a filmmaker, you're not going to be Kemi Adetiba immediately, or Steven Spielberg, or Shonda Rhimes. You are not going to be perfect in the beginning. It's literally impossible. I know that the creator of Dune, what's his name? Denis Villeneuve. I know that everybody says he has always been amazing, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, but like, it does not happen that way. Even Denis even admits that after he made Arrivals, he made so many other works that he was proud of, but he does not believe that Arrivals is on the same level as Dune that just came out like last month and has been doing great things in the box office. You are not going to be great at the beginning. You are not. So you just need to concentrate right now. If you are a writer, if you are a seller, if you are a content creator, just start doing stuff immediately. Concentrate on quantity. There's a story that gets told about a photography professor who was teaching a class at college, right? He split his class that he was teaching, his photography class, into 2. For one group, he told them to concentrate on making only one picture, that they should make the perfect picture, right? And they will be scored, the entire group will be scored based on how wonderful the picture is. And then for the second group, he told them, forget about how good a picture is, just create about 50 pictures before the end of the semester. So for one group, they had to create one perfect picture. For the second group, they had to create like 50 pictures. Now, at the end of the semester, guess who had the better picture? You see, the first group, let's call them group A, they spent so much time discussing photography techniques, how to do your shutters well, how to do this, lighting, saturation, this, that. They spent so much time debating on how to create the best picture. Whereas group B spent most of their time taking pictures. So because they had taken several pictures over time, naturally, they ended up having better pictures, because while they were practicing, team A was theorizing. So because they concentrated on quantity, at the end of the day, they ended up having the best pictures. This is what happens, right? If you are a novice, if you are starting out something, you just need to understand that you are not going to be good, you're not going to be great yet. until you put in a lot of practice. So the time you are using to spend strategizing should not be spent strategizing. You don't see, no amount of strategy is going to actually replace the work. So you need to stop losing time and get on it. You need to stop losing time and get with it. You need to stop losing time and start creating. This story is a perfect example of why it's important to actually spend time, especially as a starter, on quantity over quality. Quality will come over time as you accumulate quantity, as you practice. Practice makes perfect. The perfection you are looking for is in practice. So until you start practicing, you are never going to be perfect. You will just keep saying stuff like, I want to be perfect, but that perfection you're looking for, you are not going to get it. Simple. So you need to spend time practicing and building consistency. And after you've practiced, after you've built consistency, then you can start being worried about trying to create something perfect. You are never going to be perfect when you've not started. So concentrate on quantity over quality. Number 3 is that you have to become good before you can be great. If you're thinking right now that you don't want to do stuff because you want to be great at it, you want to be this, you want to be that, see, becoming great, right? It does not happen by magic. It does not happen by wishes. It happens by becoming good. You have to become good. And you're not going to become good until you start taking action. You have to become good before you can be great. You have to build consistency, right? So while piling on quantity, you keep doing. As time goes on, you would automatically become greater, right? But you cannot be great right out of the gate. Nobody can be great right out of the gate. Great people have things that they've done, right? And they look at it and they're like, oh my God, I can't look at it. I can't even look at it. I realize that this video that I'm making right now, time will come when I put in my time and I've made like maybe 20 videos, 50 videos. When I look back at this video, maybe I'm going to look at it and be like, oh my God, I can't believe I used to speak like that. Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't know my camera angles. Oh my God, this blah, blah, blah. But you know what? I'm doing my video. I'm still going to put it out. I want to be great. I want to be wonderful. I want to learn editing. I want to learn so much more about having a YouTube channel. But you know what? I'm still going to post my videos. I'm still going to post my videos. Even in your profession, right? Think about some things that used to be so difficult for you. I remember when I joined where I work right now. This was many years ago, and we were given a simple motion to draft. If you're a lawyer, you understand what it means to draft a motion for extension of time. That was what we were given to draft, and I'm ashamed to say this, but we drafted the motion for extension of time in 2 days. He worked on it and then he gave it to me, and then I painstakingly went through it little by little by little. And it took me hours and hours. Let me tell you right now, to prepare that same motion, it takes me like 30 minutes to complete it. And that's maybe if I haven't done anything similar relating to that particular client. If I've done something similar relating to that particular client, it will take me less than 30 minutes to get it completed, you know. If somebody would have told me then that something that took me 48 hours to prepare would take me like a few minutes to get done, less than an hour, I would look at them and be like, oh yeah, you're just saying that because, you know. But you get better. Nothing can replace the time you need to put into the craft before you become better. Nothing can replace that time. And that's something I'm learning, and that's something that is helping me to get enamored with the process, because it's helping me to understand that nothing can ever replace process. You know, I need to be patient. I need to be patient with myself, and whatever it is that I'm doing, realize that I have to get good at it. I have to go from being bad to being good before I can be great. I cannot skip those 2 steps and go right on to great. You know, I have to pass through the different steps before I can get to great. If you're somebody who prides yourself on being a perfectionist, these 3 tips are very important to help you come out of it. Number 1, use the 5-second rule. Do something immediately you get an idea. Number 2, concentrate on quantity over quality. And number 3, understand that you have to be good before you can become great. This is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched this video from the beginning to the end, Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you, especially for watching the video from the beginning to the end. Please put down a comment in the comment section. Let me know what part of this video resonated with you. Let's all keep learning together. Let's all keep living our lives intentionally, and let's keep designing the lives that we want to live. For my next video, I'll be beginning a series on how to review your year, how to set goals for the new year, how to do a vision board, habits, and all of that. Amazing content is coming. If you know anybody who is going to benefit from this channel, who is going to like the kind of content I create, please send them a link to subscribe to my channel. If you're watching this video and you haven't yet subscribed to my channel. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.